Hello and welcome. In today's video, it is that time of the month. It is November's favorites and fails and in-betweens, and there's a whole lot of products to talk about. So if you like that kind of content, make sure you stay tuned. Hello and welcome my friends. In today's video, time is just flying. It is already December. Sorry I'm a little late with my November favorites and fails and in-betweens, but you know, time is just gone very fast and I'm trying to keep up, so I apologize. But we're finally here, it's finally time, so I'm going to show you some pretty amazing products. Some, you know, in between. I mean, they're not good, they're not bad, they, you know, just didn't, you know, spark anything in me. I just didn't think they were anything that special. And then I did have a couple of fails, not anything like majorly fail, but you know, just didn't quite meet up to my standards. So, all right. If you like that kind of content, then please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below, turn on all notifications, and otherwise just get right into the video because there's a lot to talk about. All right, so I think I'm going to keep this divided in favorites, in-betweens, and fails just because I have them all blocked off and I don't want to forget something or miss something, so I'm just going to go in a group. So I think we'll talk about the in-betweens first, kind of like break it up a little bit, you know, not make it too, you know, obvious. But yeah, so some of the in-between products that I had for the past month. Now, most of the products are newer products. I do have a couple of like rediscovered products though that I wanted to talk about, so there will be a little bit of a mix, but mostly it'll be newer products. So one of the in-betweens I've talked about before was this Milk Makeup. It is the Future Fluid All Over Cream Concealer. I have mine in 6C, so it's like a cooler toned. This is okay. It's not bad for the under eyes, but I think I explained before when I tried to use it all over, it did emphasize some lines and texture and that kind of thing on my face, but I think it might be because of the color. So if I did get a color that was like closer to my actual skin tone instead of lighter like this one is, it might work a little bit better. But so far, I mean, it's okay. It's not horrible, but it's just not my favorite. I just have a lot of concealers that I really enjoy. So it's just kind of in between, in the middle there. So, but not horrible. The next thing I want to talk about here is I picked up a new Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Beautiful Skin Sun-Kissed Glow Bronzer. I did get the shade Fair because I wanted to see if this color was a little bit better, because I did notice, especially this time of the year, that the medium shade or the second shade is a little bit too deep for me, so I just have to use a lot less product. So I wanted to try this one to see the tones, that kind of thing. This is just in between for me because I think with my skin tone, my skin depth, that this is a little bit too cool toned, a little bit too light for me. And I mean, but it does work more of like a contour for me than really a bronzer. So, but I mean, it's okay. I mean, I just don't know if it's worth the price that it costs, but I at least wanted to try the Fair shade and see what I thought. So it's okay. Not my favorite, but it's okay. All right, I have a blush duo here from Simi Hayes Beauty, which is a new brand at Sephora, and the color I have here is Canyon. So I guess it has like, I think that's a cream and then maybe like a cream to powder formulation there, but or maybe a dewy and a more matte. I'm not quite sure the difference there, but I do find that I like this creamier, like more glowy side a little bit better. But I do wish kind of with this that they had done maybe like two different colors just to make this feel like it was more worth it. So it's not a bad product. I just don't feel that I'm gonna use both a dewy and a more matte blush at the same time, you know what I mean? Or the same color, like I don't know. So I just wish they had done this a little bit different. Not a bad product, but again, just not a favorite for me. So it's just in between. I do like the color though, I will say that. It's a very pretty color. Another blush duo here from Fashion Fair, the Lush Blush Duo in Rich Plum. Now, just like the Patrick Ta, it does have this little divider here, a little cover for the cream product and the powder. I will say out of the two, I definitely like the powder better. I feel like the cream requires a lot of building up to get any pigmentation, even as dark as it appears. But the powder, it's definitely, there's a lot of pigmentation. I am actually wearing that now. I think it's a very pretty color, but again, I just don't think it's my favorite. Out of this type of product, I definitely like the Patrick Ta one better, but it's okay. And it's pretty pricey though for what it is. So I don't know, I'm just not all that impressed, so. All right, I think I talked briefly about Disney villains with Essence, like the collab they did. I have a couple of the blushes. I have the Ursula blush, which is a more neutral nude, and this one is in Leaving You Speechless. And then I have the Evil Queen, which is called Love at First Bite. They are both actually very pretty. I don't think there's anything special about them. They're okay. And just the fact that these are probably limited edition, so you're not going to be able to get a hold of these eventually. But I mean, they're not bad blushes. But yeah, not my favorite. Just not my favorite. They're okay. Not bad. So just kind of in between. But I think if I had to say either of them, I actually think I like the Evil Queen better, like the color. I think that's a really, really pretty color. And it is kind of cool though, because you can do like actually I guess technically 3 blushes in one, kind of, because you have this outer ring that's all like matte, and then the inner ring is more of a glowy, has a little bit of a sheen to it. So you can just swirl around the outside just to get a matte. You can mix them all, both together to get a little bit different color with a little bit of sheen, or just go specifically in the middle like a topper, like a blush topper, and just get the sheen. So so the concept's pretty cool, but overall, I mean, just nothing special about them. So but they're not bad. All right, so Adept Cosmetics, I did buy the Stella face palette. So it's 2 blushes and a highlighter. As you see, they're all very glowy. So the only problem with this, not that the formula's bad or anything like that, but these are definitely too dark for me. Now, I could barely make it work, but I mean, they're dark. So I could probably use this for like eyeshadow, but for my skin tone, it's definitely a little bit too deep to be able to wear just regularly as blush and highlights. So yeah, so I mean, it's not the product, nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't work really for me. So, and then the last in between I have here is this little Charlotte Tilbury single eyeshadow. Like why I got on the hype with this, but it's a hypnotizing pop shot. Mine I got in rose gold. I figured it was one of the more neutral colors that I could wear. Not that it's not pretty, but for $34, it's just ridiculous. And the only reason I got it, I did get it on sale. I had a $20 Beautylish gift card to use. So I went ahead and used that, bought this, and bought one of the other products you're going to see here soon. So basically I got it at a discount. Otherwise I would not have paid full price for that, because that's just ridiculous. And it's, I mean, tiny, and it feels very cheap. Like the packaging is very cheap. I don't know. It's just, I'm not impressed. It's okay. All right, so next we're going to talk about some of my favorite products. Yes, I do have some, and I have some makeup and some other products in here too. So yeah, so I was very excited to find these products this month. Now, one of the things I've already done a full review on it, is Natasha Denona Retro Glam Palette. It's really, really pretty. Be a really nice palette for a more muted, neutral, or muted tone holiday look. This would actually be really, really nice. And it would be really nice to mix with the Glam and the Retro palette as well by Natasha Denona. So, but overall, I've done a whole review on it, but I do like the palette. Now, you'll see my roundup of all of my palettes, my favorite palettes, that kind of thing. So, I mean, it was ranked in there. It wasn't at the top. I will, sneak peek, give you that. But yeah, I should have that video coming out, just rating some of my favorite products of the year. So definitely stay tuned for that. But it's a nice palette. I do like it. Glad I picked it up. All right, I have a few things here from Merit. I've been really impressed with their products, I have to say. I've already talked about it though, but I have the Merit lipstick, and this is in the shade Tiger. Really, really pretty one for this like fall time, kind of heading into winter. And then I got the Sangria lip gloss, and really pretty. So those are really, really nice for more of a warm tone look. But the 2 things that I'm really impressed with is the bronzer stick, so the cream bronzer. I have mine in the shade Clay, which is a light neutral color, I believe is what it described it as. But I love that. That's what I'm wearing now. And I also have the highlighter stick in Kava, and I've really been enjoying this too. And I have this on today as well. So out of the Merit products, I've really been enjoying. Those are probably, 2 of my top right now that I've truly, truly been enjoying. So glad I picked those up. Highly recommend. All right, I have some lip products to talk about. I am wearing the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner in the shade Deep Taupe. That was a recommendation from Ali Glines. Really, really pretty. It's what I'm wearing now. And I am wearing the combo that she had talked about with the Anastasia Beverly Hills lipstick. And this is in the shade Taupe Beige. So again, that is what I'm wearing right now. It is actually a really pretty combo. Yeah, so I'm very, very, very pleased with the formula and the wear time. I think it's really, really nice. Now the lipstick's a little bit more of a satin, as you can see there, so it's not as long lasting, but the lip liner does last a decent amount of time. So, but I love the combination, of really, really pretty color. But again, that is what I'm wearing now. So glad I found that combo. Thanks, Allie. All right, some more lip products to talk about, of course. You already know I like the Makeup by Mario, the Moisture Glow lip balm or lip gloss, whatever it is. But I have the color Rosewood Glow, which Jessica Braun had recommended, and it's really, really pretty. I really like this color. So it's definitely one of my favorites of the ones that I have as far as the color. So I'm glad to have picked that up during the sale. Like it, really, really like it. Another thing I talked about here was Hourglass. I have the lip, I don't know what it was called. I'll list it down below, but it's in the color Mist. But this is a really, really pretty pink color. Oh, I'm really enjoying this one. But yeah, just slightly different. They're both very like balmy though and very soft. So you have to be really, really careful as you're applying it or using it because yeah, it does get a little bit messy. So just a heads up on that. As you know, I picked up the Rare Beauty lipstick in the color Wise. Again, a really nice like fall time, this time of year lipstick. I know we're getting into winter now, but it's, yeah, still really, really pretty for like those warm tone looks. But yeah, so I already like the Rare Beauty formula, but that is a really, really nice color. So I'm glad I was able to finally pick that up. And then a couple of things I've really been enjoying is, I think it was Juicy Jazz had mentioned the LA Girl Shockwave lip liners, and the colors that she had recommended were Maple Glaze and Gingerbread. So I have to say I found a really, really nice lip combo that I've been enjoying. The Gingerbread liner with the Oma Beauty Black Magic lipstick and the color Feminist. This combination is really pretty. I wore it in one of my videos recently and I was like, oh my gosh, I just love the combo. Because the lipstick's not too pigmented, like it just gives a beautiful sheen over top of the lip liner. And it's such a nice combo. So here's the Gingerbread lip liner. But I don't know what it was. There's something about that combo when I wore it in one of my, a few of my videos recently. I was like, oh my gosh, I just love that lip combo. So yeah, so that is a beautiful combination. Loving it. And then I also really like the Maple Glaze lip liner too, so I'll just put that next to it. It's a little bit lighter color though, and a little bit like more warm toned than the other, but very, very pretty, but really good quality. I'm really enjoying these lip liners for the price. Highly recommend. And then Westman Atelier, I did get the little combo here, the little duo. It's a cream blush stick, and this is in the color Bichet, I'm guessing is how you say that. I'm not really sure, but it's really, really pretty. Again, really pretty for the fall. It's been one I've been truly enjoying for the last few weeks. And then it came with like a lip gloss, lip balm kind of thing too. And then this is in the shade Squeaky Clean, I think that's what this is. I don't know. Anyways, but it's a really pretty one too. I really like that. It's like a cool tone, nude, like mauve-y tone almost, but it's really, really pretty. So I've been really enjoying these and so glad I picked them up during the sale. Highly recommend. I've been talking a lot about Sigma lately, but I really have been enjoying. I just have to give one more shout out to the matte bronzer in the shade medium. I'm wearing that right now as well. I've been wearing this a lot lately. I really, really have been enjoying that bronzer. And I also picked up the Spectrum Color Correcting Duo in light to medium. I haven't used the darker shade, but I have used the lighter, and I have to say a little bit goes a long way, and it really does cover up dark circles. So I've been really impressed with that. So I'm really enjoying it. And then I wanted to show here, I picked up a Moira single shadow, and this is more of like a taupey shade, I believe is what it called it. It's in the shade 02 Infinity, and oh my gosh, it's so pretty. See, sorry, trying to find room here, see if I can find room. But it's such a pretty shade. I don't know if you can see that, but look, that sparkle. So, so pretty. I would say, you know, save your money on that expensive Charlotte Tilbury and get you some Moira singles. I think this was $7.50 compared to like $34 for that one little Charlotte Tilbury single. Oof, ridiculous. For Haus Labs, you know I already love the foundation. I've talked over and over about it, but I have to say I'm really impressed with the loose setting powder too. It's called the Bio Blurring Loose Setting Powder in the shade Translucent. It's really pretty. It just looks so nice on the skin. It's smoothing, blurring. It doesn't emphasize anything. It doesn't look powdery and cakey or heavy. It doesn't feel heavy. It's just a really nice translucent powder. So I'm highly impressed with that and so glad I picked it up as well. Wayne Goss, this was the other thing I picked up with that Beautylish $20 gift card I had, or you know, whatever it was. But I got the duo, the blush and highlighter duo, the Weightless Veil blush palette in Sweet Wildflower. Now the blush is a very nice, just light neutral color, so I do enjoy that. But this highlighter, I'm actually wearing it today. I've been really impressed with this highlighter. I really like it, and for my skin tone, it's really, really pretty. But just to show you here real quick, if I can find some more space to put anything on. But yeah, it's very, very pretty. and neither of them emphasize texture. They're just really nice for like more mature skin. If you have texture, you know, fine lines, anything like that, I think they work really, really nice. Yeah, so I'm really impressed with it, really like it. And as far as more face palettes here, I've really been enjoying this Hourglass. I have to say, this has been a perfect, you know, for the money, this is one of the ones that I really feel I've gotten my money's worth out of this one. This is the Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked Lustrous palette. I did customize mine, so I got the tiger outer shell, and then, you know, I guess lustrous is what this color story is called, but this works really, really nice for my skin tone. I can use everything in here. They all work really well. So it has your bronzer, 2 blushes, 1 highlight, and then 2 of the like strobing powders here. So yeah, so I've been really impressed with this. So glad I picked it up. I believe I got it on, did I get a sale on? Actually, I don't think I did. I wish I got it on sale, but I didn't, because again, I customized it. So, all right, more face palettes I've really been enjoying. You can say what you want, but Pat McGrath, the recent face palettes, I have they're both the Divine Blush and Glow Cheek palette. This one is Divine Rose. And again, some of these are repeats, but if you're somebody that doesn't have any of her blushes, I think you'd really, really enjoy this. And really, I mean, you're getting a lot of stuff for the price. And I got one of them, I think this one I got off of Pat McGrath directly, 35% off, something like that during the, you know, Black Friday sale. So glad, so glad. It's been so worth it. The highlighter is gorgeous. The blushes are gorgeous. Love them all. They all work for my skin tone. And then I already had the Divine Blush and Glow Cheek palette in Nude Venus, which is also beautiful. This is the first one I had, and I got this 20% off at Sephora. But this highlighter here is gorgeous, has a little bit more of a pink undertone, I believe. And then, but these blushes all work well for my skin tone too. So if you're somebody who does not have Pat McGrath blushes, have been wanting to try them out, try a highlighter out, highly recommend. The highlighters are gorgeous, blushes are gorgeous, well pigmented, last a long time. So I've really truly been enjoying these, and so glad I got them on sale. So highly recommend. All right, just wanted to show this. I was really, really surprised how much I like this. The Ariana Grande, the Cloud 2.0. Like, I can't believe how much I've been enjoying this. I wear it, this has been like an everyday perfume for me. I can't explain it, but it has kind of a powdery scent to it. So if you're somebody who doesn't like that powdery scent, you probably won't like it. But it reminds me a lot, which I meant to bring in here, Atelier cologne or perfume in Vanille and Sensei or something like that, I think it's called. It truly reminds me of that little bit of a powdery scent, but it has really nice longevity, I have to say. I'm not good with all the terminology, sorry, so I'm just going to describe it like that. But if you want better recommendations and descriptions, go to Lauren May Beauty. Yes, yes. And she has a whole like perfume channel now too. I'm so excited. Anyways, but yeah, but I've truly been enjoying this perfume, and I keep finding myself wearing it. Like, I just put it on when I'm going to work, and then by the time I get to work, it's like faded just a little bit, but you can still just smell the, yeah, it's so more of like a personal, for me, personal scent that I can smell, and I don't feel like it's too overwhelming for patients or, you know, other coworkers and that kind of thing. So yeah, but I've been really enjoying this. Highly recommend. And then the last thing I have to show you here are some eyeshadow palettes so that I've been enjoying. This isn't for everybody, and I know not everybody has enjoyed it or thought that highly of it, but I have to say the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes eyeshadow palette, I've been enjoying this. Now, again, you're not going to get a whole lot of different looks out of it. I mean, pretty much every look I've done looks somewhat similar. I mean, a little bit of variance, but I've enjoyed these topper shades, and every time I wear it, I just catch myself in the mirror and certain angles, the way the light hits. I don't know, I have been enjoying it. Now, I know, who was it? Tara Lynn did a full review on this, and she had trouble with, I can't remember if it was this shade here or this shade here, but I haven't had any trouble. Now, again, I'm usually using one or the other, so I'm not blending like a lot of stuff together or blending, you know what I mean? I don't know, but I have not had any trouble with muddiness or that kind of thing that she's described. So I don't know, but I like it. I like it. Now, is it my absolute favorite of the year? No, but I still think it is a nice palette, and somebody, you know, that likes just everyday eyeshadows, I think it's a nice option. Now, surprisingly, Tarte, I've really been enjoying. It was like this 2-pack for the holiday. This one is the Gilded palette, but I wore this again recently in a couple of my videos, and I was just so impressed with the way the look came out, and then just the tones, I don't know, it was just so pretty. So I really do enjoy this palette. I enjoy the other one, the Glamour palette that came with it too, but out of the two, this one is just the one I like more out of the two. The other one's not bad, but I just like this one more. But yeah, I was so impressed and so like surprised, I guess, that I didn't really like the Maneater, whatever big palette that came out. It was okay, but maybe it's the color story that just didn't speak to me as much. But this one, for whatever reason, really works with my skin tone, my eyes, my color, you know what I mean? Like it just all works well. So I really like that. And then of course, you know, I had to talk about Adept Cosmetics, the Minka palette. This is so pretty, such a pretty palette. Now this isn't gonna be for everybody. It's not your everyday type of palette. It's definitely more glamour, more shine, you know, special occasion kind of palette. The only thing I will warn you though, the times I've worn it, I have had, especially I think, oh, was it maybe this shade here? I can't remember, it might've been this shade here, but it did definitely stain my eyes. Like it stained my eyelids. Like they were like pink for a couple of days underneath there, which I was surprised because I'm like, it doesn't even look that pink. But like for whatever reason, whatever combination I did, it did definitely stain the eye. So that is one thing I will warn you of. So if you have an issue with that, you might not like it. But for a glam type of palette, especially with the holidays coming up, like New Year's Eve, this would be a gorgeous going out New Year's Eve palette. I'm telling you, it's gorgeous. It really is pretty. And then Gloss Gods. I did get two more of their eyeshadow palettes. I got the Gal on the Moon palette, which is just an all special, like, you know, duochrome. It might even be a multi-chrome in there. Can't remember exactly what's in there, but I have not used this one though, but I did want to show you. I have that on my radar to use soon. I just received these. And then the Smoke and Mirrors. Oh, this is a gorgeous palette. I love this palette. Now this would be a really nice one for the holiday as well, like New Year's Eve. Oh my gosh, this would be really, really pretty with these like smoky, you know, like silvery tones in there. So, so pretty. But I have to say I'm highly impressed. So far, everything I've gotten from Gloss Gods that I've tried, I really have enjoyed it. I will warn you though, they're out of, I think Sweden, I believe. So definitely you're gonna pay for shipping. So I believe the shipping is just under $20 when you do the conversion, like the dollar conversion. But yeah, so it's pricey. So I recommend if you're gonna do it, I'd recommend grab a couple of palettes so that you're only paying for the shipping one time. So, but I do recommend. I've really enjoyed what I've received so far from Gloss Gods. So I do highly recommend checking that brand out. Seriously, another indie brand. I'm telling you, they've been doing it this year. I'm so excited. Anyways, okay. Couple last favorites here. Rediscovered one, Lancôme Tint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation, Broad Spectrum SPF 15. Mine is in 260 Bisque, I think is what it is, neutral. Anyways, that is what I'm wearing today. I've recently rediscovered this and I was like, why have I not been wearing this? But it is definitely, I will say, more, a little bit more matte. So like almost like a soft matte look. A little bit more coverage, so probably why I haven't been wearing it as much, because of, you know, summertime I was wearing less, you know, less heavy foundations. But I have to say for the winter time, this has really been coming through, and wearing it at work, I've truly enjoyed it. And then I have been mixing it with e.l.f. Halo Glow, the liquid. So yeah, so I have been doing that as well to give it a little bit more sheen, and actually I do have that on today with this. So yeah, but I've truly been enjoying that. And then the last thing here for my faves, I have been enjoying the Sephora Best Skin Ever concealers. I have 19.5P and 17.5N, which 17.5N is the one I've been wearing more, but I have been enjoying these. I have them on now. They work well under the eyes as spot concealers. I have nothing bad to say, and I think I got them on sale during one of the sales, which there's currently a sale going on, but I'm sure by the time you see this, it'll be over, but 30% off. But yeah, so I got both of this for like $10 each. So at that price, I'm highly impressed. I really like them. And then for my fails, I do only have a couple of things. I was disappointed. This Essence, the Disney Villain Scar palette, it's really weird because the Ursula palette is really, really nice. The colors are beautiful. It blends well, but I don't know what it was. Oh wait. Yeah, I thought I brought the palette, but I brought the wrong one. But the Villains, the Evil Queen, I think it is, palette. It's more of a reddish tone. It's, you know, a little bit warm tone. So similar layout to this. I was really sad that it didn't work out well for me. The pigmentation wasn't the same as the Ursula palette, and so I was definitely disappointed. But I still haven't tried this one yet. I just realized I grabbed the wrong one, but at least wanted to show you the packaging so you could see. But I'll put a picture in, but it's the Evil Queen one, I believe is what it's called. But yeah, but I don't know why one's so different from the other. The Ursula is beautiful, works really well. The Evil Queen's one though is not all that good. No, didn't work well. And then my other fail, which I thought I liked at first, but the more I wore it, the more I realized how drying it is and how sticky and uncomfortable. This Lawless, forget the filler, the lip plumping gloss. I'm sad. At first I thought I liked it, but then the more I wore it, the more I was trying different ones, and then I kept feeling like, like this feels uncomfortable. It feels dry. It's not like sticky, but it's just dry and uncomfortable. I kept feeling like I wanted to put something moisturizing over top of my lips. I'm like, that's not good. That's not comfortable. So anyway, so yeah, unfortunately, I think this is a fail for me. I'm like, I mean, I'll keep wearing it, keep trying it to see if anything changes, maybe moisturize my lips a little bit underneath better before I apply it, but I shouldn't have to go through all that. But anyways, I don't know. I was just disappointed. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's what I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed. If you see any products here that you've been wanting to try, maybe it's changed your mind of whether you still want to try them or not, or maybe you do want to try them now and didn't before. So let me know. Leave me any comments. I'd love to hear from you. I do love hearing from you guys. I have to say, I do love hearing from my subscribers. Every time I get a comment, I'm just so excited to see and hear from you all. So I appreciate, and I do look at every comment, try to reply as soon as I can. I love all my subscribers. I love all of you. So I'm so glad to have you here. I do appreciate you coming back and seeing me each time. So it doesn't go unnoticed. I just want you to know. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below, turn on all notifications. Otherwise, have an amazing day, and I do hope to see you in my next video. Bye! If you like the kind of content, here we go. I did get the share, and I did do the, what am I trying to say? I just lost my thought. You do have, like, it's more of a, you can cut, I've got, yeah, and so glad I picked up my current. But I've been, for somebody that doesn't have any of her blushes, oops. Sorry, hair. Okay. This is, no, shoot, take that out. It's not this one. Shoot, I grabbed the wrong palette. But yeah, so I hope everyone has a wonderful day. If you, wait. And happy holidays! Woo! I can't believe it's already that time. It's crazy. Anyways, this year has just flown by. I don't know if anybody else feels that, but I feel like it's insane. Like the year is just like already over. I'm like, where'd it go? Where'd time go? Anyways, okay. Have a wonderful day. See you next time. Bye. For real, bye this time. Okay.